And Ben Cummins is the man that's got the whistle. This is a match generating enormous interest. Souths have lost their last 4, and Parramatta are on their way to trying to make the finals, coming from 0. Terapo then was the first man to have a carry. And now it's Junior Paulo, who some thought might have been the one that Brad Arthur would unload to make Parramatta compliant with the salary cap, given that he was going to Canberra next year. But I think it was very much a case of Brad Arthur saying we have to have Junior Paulo if we are going to make the finals. It's gone to Michael Gordon, and he's at the halfway mark then for Parramatta. And here's a run for Takarangi, who's playing at 5/8 tonight. He did the job a fortnight ago. And the ball comes away from De Gois over the blind side, where Norman puts a high kick down to Johnston. He's lost the ball, but there's a tackle in the air, I think.
No way.
Gee, this is a big call.
He had eyes for the football, Sammy.
Paul, last tackle. Make sure you work back with me, mate.
That's a terrible call.
Yeah, he's competing for the ball there.
No doubt about that. It would have been 6 again with Manu Ma'u heading towards the posts. We don't want to see the catcher interfered with illegally, but I think Radradra only had eyes for the football.
So this ball going out into the crowd, deep up into the eastern grandstand as Tom Burgess brings the ball out. 35 metres from his own line. There's a good strong run from Nathan Brown, who basically has demanded that he be in the run-on side with his performances. Kyle Turner, 40 metres out from the Parramatta line. So it's Sam Burgess this time. Put down by Beau Scott and Isaac De Gois. McInnes, the run-on 9 tonight. And Reynolds puts a kick in that is beautifully weighted. Radradra might get back. There's a lot of weight in there, and he's not going to get back. Great chase by South.
Well,
that's a good sign for them early.
I think Paul Carter's, he's in trouble on this kick chase. He leads the kick chase down and gets the tackle on Sammy. Great kick from Reynolds, as we spoke about in the pre-game. He has to get his kick game on. And here you see Paul Carter. Look at him lead the chase, and he goes low here and gets the hip of Radradra. He's out cold. Surely he goes to the concussion bin there.
10.
That's a big confidence builder there from Adam Reynolds. Hasn't been back long from injury, and that's a fine kick to get things underway for him in that department tonight. He catches it and finds Tom Burgess.
So Tom on the Parramatta 30-metre line. The South Sydney set themselves up for this opportunity to put points on the board. An opportunity that was diffused by the referee at the other end of the park, as you saw in relation to Parramatta. 22 metres out then from Parramatta's line, and the ball played by Carter. He looks okay. Ingles away. Goodwin with a sidestep, and he's only 7 metres away from the chalk as he plays it back to Nielsen, and they go long through Ingles and away to Reynolds. He turns Norman around, and Norman will be grounded in goal. No, it's a penalty. Inside the 10.
Look at the blood on Carter's
Carter there, mate.
back of his head.
Cut at the back of the head.
Paul.
Does a great job there, Corey Norman. He grabbed the football in a way that allowed him to stay in the field of play.
Just wait.
If he'd gone around behind the football, it would have been a line drop. Well, it wouldn't have been because of the penalty, but he didn't know that.
Corey, you'll wait till I tell you where the mark is. I had time off for a blood bin, mate.
You'd be disappointed if you're Adam Reynolds too with that one. It's the responsibility of the chase is to stay behind his kick. They got in front.
That's why time out.
It's an easy out now for the Eels.
So Carter getting some bandaging on the run.
That's the mark. Make sure everyone's behind.
His corresponding game in round 4 last year. was won by Parramatta. It was their first win over South since 2010. Man of the match was Chris Sando. And John Folau scored a double, you might remember. So 32 metres out from their own line. A night of tension. You can feel it. As it comes to Takarangi, and now an inside ball for Scott. Parramatta tested down their own end of the park, and now they come across the halfway line before they sweep it out the left side, and Jennings will play the ball. 38 out, penalty goes to Parramatta.
Yeah, second dig there from Ava'a. Late in the count.
Tackle was complete, and then you push him back.
Michael Jennings looking dangerous, and then Ava'a comes in to finish the tackle that the referee had deemed was all done.
So Ma'u with a strong run. Played in the rep weekend, of course. Terapo has forced his way into the run on back row tonight. They're close to the line, Parramatta. They're in the middle of the ground. And De Gois for Takarangi. And here is Paulo. He showed it to his captain, Beau Scott. Blindside is stacked, and Takarangi is with the ball, but he's not going anywhere. So 4 tackles gone against the blue and gold, as Norman shows it, gives it to Gordon, and Gordon is put away on 5. So De Gois away to Norman, and knocked on by Carter. There'll be probably some debate from South that it was knocked back, but he was facing the dead ball line, but I think yes, there is a dead set knock on there.
Yeah, right foot kick there from Corey Norman, who's a left foot kicker. Look at this, off the right foot. He's got it all.
Looking quite comfortable in defence, but early on, South. There's energy tonight in their game. They'll be tested again here. This is 3 sets in a row, but that last 6, Parramatta were well covered. A lot of talk in the South defensive line. That's always a great sign.
So Parramatta with a decided chance here. The 9 out from the line. Here's Scott. He's met by Sam Burgess. He's managed to get a forearm up around the Adams apple area. De Gois over the line, held up. Ben Cummins agrees. And a penalty goes Parramatta.
Sam Burgess was late getting up and wasn't square at marker. Smart play by De Gois. Sam and Beau Scott were in a wrestling match. Sam was slow to get up, and you see him, he gets at marker, he's not square there. De Gois sees that. Surges for the line with great strength from the dummy half.
So no foreign out at least until next weekend. This is Tautai, Watmo, Nathan Peets and Ryan Morgan through the departure lounge to make them compliant. Takarangi turns it in, Lower hits it up hard, but great defence by the Rabbitohs.
Sam Burgess.
Tom and Sam Burgess as they come away with De Gois and then Norman, and then it's Jennings. And this South Sydney side, they are really switched on tonight. The kick across from Norman, and Ingles able to get it back. He's playing it 10 metres out from the line.
Well, that's a sign of frustration. It wasn't the last tackle, and it wasn't really on. It was well covered, comfortably covered by Inglis with only the one chaser. That's a bit of a sign from...
Mistake by Ava'a.
Both ways. Back in the South.
Well, this will put Parramatta back on the attack.
Well, so important there for the Rabbits that they got to the end of that set. They have been camped down this end. They haven't conceded points yet, but if they keep throwing out invitations, Parramatta will accept eventually.
The scrum clock's on. Shot clock is on.
Just wait till it's out here, Greg.
Let's get your blokes here. Heads in to stop it. Adam with your lock. Brad,
Corey
I will do
Norman
it. Stand behind me.
having quite a lengthy chat with Brad Takarangi, who's gone in to feed the scrum, and Radler's at the back of the scrum. He then swings it away to Jennings, and here it is with Gordon again, and Inglis is the main man in defence with Turner.
We'll explain the applause in a moment after this set.
The 9th minute of the game. Paulo through De Gois, Scott, ball out the back, De Gois, Gordon and South. They keep coming up and pummeling the defence. This applause in the background has been organised as a recognition of what Nathan Peats has done for the club and for his teammates. We talked about it earlier.
Knock on there from Takarangi, Ray.
Yeah, scrum clock on.
That's a nice sentiment, isn't it? Nathan Peats, who he hasn't been here at a long time, but boy, he left a mark. Played with injury, played with some serious injury, and a very selfless act.
Clock's running.
So he moved on, and the crowd, they'll never forget that.
Adam.
Brad Fittler on the sideline. I think you were standing and clapping yourself.
Yeah, it's something I won't forget either. I've never been part of something like that. There was a great energy and buzz around with the Parramatta fans, and you know, this is it's not just a fair dinkum footy team. They want to do something this year, the Parramatta side, and their fans are right behind them.
Yeah, they are. Play back for McInnes, and now for Tom Burgess. Just outside the 20-metre line, South Sydney with Sam Burgess really hitting it up hard and leaving the rower behind.
Yeah, he's on tonight and gets a penalty.
It's a different team, isn't it? It's a different South Sydney, what we've seen the last month. The defensive effort to hold out Parramatta, but you can see their senior players led by Sam Burgess.
And I have no doubt that South Sydney down this end of the field will look to come to Parramatta's right defensive side. That's Bryson Goodwin taking the ball forward. They'll go right to come left.
Put him in a dangerous position.
So it's a dangerous
Put him in dangerous
position. Penalty.
Coming, Benny.
Bring it back. Go.
South Sydney taking it for Greg Inglis. And Tom Burgess now is in range of the uprights to the tune of about 10 metres. McInnes goes away to the right side, and then it's away to Reynolds, and Reynolds on to Johnson. There's a try coming. South Sydney have gone in to score on the far side.
It's Michael Oldfield.
Michael Oldfield has scored on the eastern side of the ground.
Yeah, Adam Reynolds straightens the attack nicely. He gets the ball and straightens the attack, which you watch Reynolds straighten the attack here, which loosens up the defence on the outside. And Alex Johnson, beautiful pass on the Harvey Norman replay. Oldfield's in the corner.
So the number 20 is on the back of the try scorer, Michael Oldfield. He's proven to be a handy deputy a couple of times that he's been called on this year.
Into the side for the injured Aaron Gray, and Semi Radradra gets lost here. He comes a long way in and actually gets in front of Michael Jennings and just offered too much room on the outside. Just have a look, see Radradra there? He doesn't need to be that close. If he's going to be that close, he's actually got to push up higher to make sure the pass isn't thrown. So he really got lost on that defensive play.
So Reynolds with this very high percentage, 84% from the sideline, and 25 metres out, it's coming back, it's taken the metal. 4-0 then the score, Brad Fittler.
I spoke about Alex Johnson's speed before the game. There's Michael Oldfield, the try scorer. But it was Johnson's speed that just got Jennings interested right here, where he stopped just before he passed the ball. That kept Semi in. But look at that bit of spark right there. There goes Jennings. Held his eyes there too long. Held Radradra in, and just enough room for Oldfield.
That was really poor defence there. 3 on 3.
And that try was on the back of South Sydney defence. And that's a great foundation.
Reynolds getting it away to Carter. So Carter's got the coloured bandage on his head, and Brown the white with the black taping. That's him now, Nathan. He spins out of the tackle of De Gois. Paulo and Scott making the tackle, and the ball goes loose. We've got something I want to show you later tonight. We'll have to try and find the appropriate place to show it to you. It's the ground record set here in 1986 when South played Parramatta. There's a couple of people we need to identify.
I don't think we need to go there, Ray. That's in the past. We always look forward in this game.
It's a decision that's been made by production, Peter.
It's history, Ray. It's, you know, it's already gone.
Okay.
Important night tonight.
Tony
Wait,
Chalmers.
Adam. 2 hands when I tell you, mate.
Buddy boy.
Ah, yeah. Stays friends with everybody. Former great Parramatta and Balmain player. Now for Jennings. So 4-0 in favour of South. And able to keep it alive. And then knocked on by Terapo. So, even though Manu was able to keep it alive, Penny Terapo putting it down.
When these offloads pop out the back, for me the ball comes out to De Gois. The ball after it comes out the back, it's got to go to a half or just throw the ball wide to your speed man. So no advantage passing it to a front rower in that situation. It's when your creative players have got to step up, get the ball, because that's when you get that unstructured defence.
What's that?
It's a bad sign. That's what that is. Now from the scrum win outside his own 40.
Is there a head knock there?
That's the message I'm getting. Yeah. Here's Tom Burgess. Now for Sam. And they're putting a dent in the Parramatta defensive line. McInnes.
Legs up.
He's called it back
Oh, yeah, Corey.
to the play the ball.
Kenny Edwards out there for Bay Scotland, jersey 20.
Set.
So English with the ball. Just inside the 30-metre line. Parramatta's end. This is McInnes. And the penalty against Parramatta. The markers were not direct.
That was from Inglis. I'm going to take the 2. That was from Inglis's charge. So big. Played the ball fast.
We'll take a break and come back for this kick from Adam Reynolds in just a moment. Nice. I'm surprised this crowd's not as big as it was expected to be. Yeah. Josh Straighton told me when the news on Pete's got out, the sales stopped. So there's a long shot of this crowd at Pertec Stadium tonight. Probably not as big a crowd as we were expecting. They were talking about a sellout. I was told that when the news on Nathan Pete's came out, ticket sales slowed down significantly. Reynolds then picks up another 2. 1986 was the date. Ground record crowd. Paul Taylor and Peter Sterling over to the left of the screen. And this.
Victim of circumstance, Ray.
Absolutely. Wrong place at the wrong time.
Okay,
it's not over yet. It's Michael Pobji. And there's a little bit more. We'll give it to you later. We'll just keep teasing you with it.
Well, I'll tell you, it finished 12 all. We couldn't beat them. They finished with 9 players. And I didn't know you could get sin bin for people punching you, being on the end of someone's fist.
And it's appropriate to mention that Phil Gould actually played for South.
I think it was his fault, right?
Yeah, he played for South, and he's not well, the big fellow. He's not with us tonight. So, Phil, our thoughts are with you. This is McInnes. And Greg Inglis, a dummy half. He throws it to Brown, takes it towards halfway. And then again, McInnes it is, away to Reynolds. He keeps it low, Adam. It's going to roll down to the in goal, almost. Gutherson on the return journey. It's been in superb form. Sideline comment from, or a piece of news from Aaron Nolan. Yes, Aaron?
Ray, we saw Bo Scott walking up the tunnel a couple of minutes ago. He is off for a head injury assessment. The doctor from the club has just reviewed the video next to us and ran straight up the tunnel, so it will be at least 15 minutes, but we'll let you know the result of that.
And congratulations on that Logie that you guys won.
Oh, it's a team effort, Ray. Team effort.
Well, they may have got a penalty here, Parramatta, but therein lies the intent of South Sydney. Radradra was bringing the football back, and they met him with everything. Carter was there.
It's Adam Reynolds.
Reynolds driving low. They were too quickly up, but the intent is impressive.
The second ball has found its way onto the ground, only for a moment or so. Terapo. And he's taken by the South defence and driven back. Tom Burgess and Sam Burgess doing the job. Here's Takarangi behind the roller. Paulo gets it away to Tautai. And Greg Inglis sliding and floating across, or Nielsen it was. And that is Kenny Edwards in jumper number 20. 15 metres out from the line. 6-0 to score. South leading. Moroa. He and Radradra didn't plan that match, corresponding match last year. As Norman puts a kick in, there's a chance, but it's gone over the dead ball line.
Well, once again, the defensive line from South Sydney flying out of the line. Time Paul Carter, there he is on screen, just gets up and puts pressure on Corey Norman. Look at that straight defensive line. Impressive defence tonight from South Sydney.
And especially Carter.
Speed of that line.
He's led the way more often than not, so keep an eye out for that bandaged head, because there's plenty of involvement there and
Okay, clock off.
really putting it to these Parramatta players.
Southend bringing it away with Nielsen. Turner takes his turn. Moroa driving in as a third man, but just above the knees. And Goodwin on the merry-go-round getting it away, and Reynolds drops it down for Johnston. So Alex playing the ball, and here's a run for Brown, and then Sam Burgess gets it back for Brown again. He's taken by Terapo, then McInnes, and now Sam Burgess. That's a very good tackle by Isaac de Gois. He lost the ball. So it's been more than a good tackle. It's been a great tackle by Isaac de Gois, and a look of disappointment and anguish on the face of Sam Burgess.
Take this guy, mate. I'll take this one.
Let's have a look at it.
What a great tackle.
Yeah, there it is. I don't know that he was helped by...
Well, it's one of those 50-50s.
Yeah, it was, yeah, but there was a Parramatta player probably dismounting, but he's got the ball. He's the man in charge of it. They've got to carry some onus, surely. The ball carriers, I mean. This is Gordon. Now for Radradra. Carter coming in over the top of a three-man tackle. And a penalty.
That's it, then. No, you've lost him.
Then he's marched them another 10 for dissent. So So Parramatta get a chance now with Ma'u on the 20-metre line, just inside it, and pretty much in centre ground. Running up towards the Brett Kenny terrace end of the ground, Parramatta. Danny Wicks is out there now in jumper 10. The Goyce asking the question. Oh, Maroa was slammed by Tom Burgess. The Goyce again, Parramatta. They must be getting frustrated. Wicks. March away for Ma'u again. He spins and he looks at the line. 5 gone. Gone looking for Norman with a bit of depth, and there's the kick out towards Tautai. Comes down to Greg Inglis. They're going to try and put him back. Have they got enough strength in the tackle? Yes, he's in touch in goal. Big roar from the crowd.
Well, Voigt Tautai here does a great job because he gets one-on-one with Inglis, and you would think there would be only one winner there in getting back into the field of play. And that was before the troops arrived.
Well, it's come off Guthrie.
Yeah, it should be a knock-on.
Yeah.
But there, Tautai one-on-one with Inglis and holds him up until Edwards.
No, I thought it was still moving, Greg. Okay.
Help comes in, but it's certainly knocked on there by Clint Gutherson, surely.
Well, South Sydney,
Greg, it was not
South
back by
Sydney
you guys.
have got
Not back
nothing
by
that
you guys.
resembles an advantage.
5 seconds.
Come off Gutherson, went forward, knock on into an opposing player who doesn't gain an advantage. How do you add that up? This is Junior Paulo.
Had a lot of chances this first half, Ray. Still 0.
Now Edwards. He's hurt.
Benny, you got anything there?
Yeah, I do.
Greg.
Either penalty
Yep.
and on report, Greg Inglis,
Yep.
forearm.
Okay.
Wow. Greg Inglis on report and a forearm to the head of Ken Edwards.
Greg, just give him a bit of space, mate, please. Yeah, I understand, maybe you just got to be. Just let me deal with this, mate.
Yeah, it's the last bit they're talking about, not the initial contact. It's
For me, it was in the act of making the tackle.
No report. Bernie? Yeah. Listen. It'll be a penalty against you. Just going back over the top and make contact on the ground, okay?
So we'll take a break and come back and check the welfare of Kenny Edwards in just a moment. Well, as you come back to us, the Medicab is on its way out there.
Well, whether he leaves on the Medicab or well, you can see he's not going on the Medicab. He won't be back for the rest of the game after the length of time he's been on the ground.
Well, for me, Greg Inglis is making a tackle there, trying to push him, and he can't disappear when he's making the tackle. Sterlo?
Yeah, no, look, I think the injury was actually the head hitting the ground, but you know, there's the point of the elbow up around there, so it didn't look good. As Ken Edwards leaves, Greg Inglis again just going up to question the referee. I don't think he was placed on report, was he? I didn't see. It's just a penalty.
What happened? The assistant referee said a penalty and on report. That's what he said. And then I heard Ben Cummins ask Bernie, that's Bernie Sutton, whether or not it was a reportable offence, and he rescinded what the other referee had said. But there's no doubt there was a forearm or an elbow that landed on Edwards' head. And here's Beau Scott coming back into the game as Parramatta roll this play 15 metres out from the line. And it's played by Moroa, and now tackle Rangi, and then it's gone back for Gordon. And here's Gutherson with the ball. 11 out from the line. Goodwin and Inglis making the tackle. Parramatta's got David Gower out there in 16. 5 gone for the Eels. As it comes from Wicks, it was low. Norman got a kick on it. Oh, Semi flies through the air.
Not sure.
Does he ground it properly? Ben Cummins.
In the process of grounding, if Semi Radradra is fouled for a possible 8-point try.
So there's a chance we might be looking at an 8-point try.
Last tackle.
That's the assistant
Have a
referee
try.
saying in the
you just see if,
process of
Semi Radradra's
grounding,
fouled in the
was
process
Semi
of scoring that
Radradra fouled? So that is that we might be
Clearly
looking
onside,
at an
going through the
8-point
contest.
try.
A possible 8-point try.
Possible 8-point try. You're quite right, but did he ground it correctly? It seems he must have.
Oh, yeah, he
Absolutely,
has.
he
We
did.
see the Eels take possession cleanly.
Paul
Now needs to
Carter.
look at the grounding and whether there's any contact on the try scorer.
Yeah,
He
Paul,
grabs at the head.
It was great wing play from Radradra. He started wide and then changed his angle and came on the inside of Oldfield,
he collects the...
and then cops the knees from Carter. That is great skill.
We can see the ball is grounded.
And look, in Paul Carter's defence, he's coming in at speed. And it's completely accidental for me from Carter. It's just one of those unfortunate collisions, and hopefully Semi will be okay.
We've reviewed the contact on the try scorer, and as the hands are coming down to make contact, there's no attempt at foul play there. Have a decision and going to the board.
So the bunker agrees with Peter.
That was great wing play.
Oh, he's just a wonderful exponent, and of course made his test debut last weekend.
Oldfield had no idea where he's hugging the sideline, and as the kick comes down, he comes from the sideline. Oldfield still thinks he's on the outside of him, and then late, look at him change his line to the inside, and then to get the ball and then juggle the ball and get the ball down under pressure. This guy is just amazing.
They really needed that, Parramatta. South Sydney have been fantastic on their own line defensively, and I said it before, I never thought I would see another winger excite a crowd here like Eric Groth did. But that man there, he is special. And there's something in the fact that the way Parramatta scored the try was through a kick.
So 6-4 in favour of Souths. And from the touchline, Michael Gordon has hooked it around. So no addition. 2-point ball game, South Sydney. Brad Fittler.
Well, Parramatta have got Beau Scott back on. He's back from HIA. Kenny Edwards has gone up in HIA. He'll also get the benefit of half time, so he'll end up with 25 minutes. Inglis is not on report. And I've got to say, there was rumours around about when they were trying to shelve players to make the cap that Semi Radradra might have had to go.
Okay, Greg.
Wow, thank God he didn't.
That's 25 tries from 24 games for the big Fijian. As Danny Wicks brings it back.
Look at that kick chase. Look at the chase of that kickoff. They've tackled Parramatta 5 metres out from their line.
Now for Junior Paulo.
Well, there's a double change made by Michael Maguire. Jason Clark out there, so too Jack Jaskevsky.
Outside in ball for Gordon. Clark involved in that tackle. Norman tackled by Carter. Assistant referee was on the spot. A negative wave, so everything's okay down there. Nielsen playing at 50 now. And this is Oldfield with the ball. This is the challenge I'm talking about.
Yeah, there was nothing in it. He was committed. And actually, Gostjevski has gone back to the bench. He's preparing to come on. So, went off a touch here. Here's Burgess, another carry. He's had plenty tonight.
And with impact. So George Burgess is out there now. That's the individual stuff on Sam Burgess. By way of hit-ups.
Great spiral bomb, torpedo bomb there from Reynolds. The back three wanted nothing to do with it. There goes Sammy.
He's had 8 hit-ups, Ray. He leads the way in that department. The most in the team, including fullbacks and wingers.
This is Jennings. Half an hour gone in the game. And it is certainly a game with a mile of enthusiasm returning for South Sydney. This is David Gower. The man you saw flying through was Pritchard. He's the deputy for Isaac de Gois, but he's being used as a running forward, or he might even be slotted into the halves, I'm not sure. Johnston. Of course, they've got another hooker playing New South Wales Cup. He could also be described as a deputy. Cameron King. This is George Burgess. His brother, as we just finished talking about the fact that he's been inspirational tonight. Well, getting it on to Bryson Goodwin. Sam Burgess. He had an offer from Jason Clark, but he basically turned it down. Oh, charged down by de Gois.
Big play. Huge play.
Reynolds tried to get a kick in, but de Gois with a charge down.
That's a huge play.
Adam Reynolds standing over the top of Isaac de Gois, who's got able to lead him there for a, I would have thought, a voluntary tackle penalty. Here's a loose ball for the same young man, Adam Reynolds. 30 metres out from his line. And a quick play the ball. Johnston, that's Carter. Jennings makes the tackle. There's Oldfield. Met there by Wicks in jumper number 10. Came off the bench tonight. Clark. And that's Pritchard in 18. On the bottom of that, he's lost the ball. Well, they're going to put a scrum down.
Well, once again, Pritchard was around Jason Clark when he was playing the ball. Once again, it's one of those 50-50 calls.
It might be Wicks, right, Joey?
I think it was it Pritchard? Was there a hand on the ball there from Wicks?
Yeah, I think he might have played a role, the number 10's.
Kept the left hand there of Danny Wicks. You watch the left hand. Yeah, little hand in there.
Yeah, with me, boys. With me. Wait till it's out here.
You can see the animation on the face of Jason Clark. He's basically saying, I was dudded, and you've missed it, sir. Play by Gutherson. Now for Scott. And this has been the feature of what Souths have been doing. The defence not only stops the progress, they then, with the impact of the tackle, without the football, they're making ground, put it that way. And here is Norman away to Gordon, to Jennings, Jennings to Radradra. Radradra bursts into the backfield. He's pulled down 12 out.
How good is he?
Carter made the tackle with McInnes. It's come away to Norman. Norman gets it on to Takarangi. Inside ball, Tautai beats one and looks to stand and unload. 5 gone, Parramatta. Trailing by 2. Norman puts a little kick in, looking for Takarangi, and it is with Greg Inglis.
Okay, stand now, stand.
And on that occasion, the knock on by Takarangi, the opposition side got an advantage. They were entitled to it and they took it. So that was the difference between one earlier call here tonight that I think was totally wrong.
De Gois in trouble, Ray.
Gone.
Yeah, he's trying to act as though he's okay by coming back very slowly, but he's in trouble.
Pritchard's down, and Michael Oldfield. A charge from Sammy before left Oldfield reeling. 40-20 attempt.
So it'll be the first of the year for either side. And Gordon has got the ball. The ball straightened up, didn't it? Reynolds puts everybody on side.
Great chase. Great chase from Reynolds.
20 metres out now. Radradra for Gutherson.
Well, they look like they need half-time, Parramatta.
Well, they've had plenty of injury problems. There's no doubt about that. There's Norman.
We've only got Isaac De Gois back on side now, and he's pointing for someone else to get into dummy half. He's rocked.
There's a run from He came through. Jennings has got support. It's Radradra. That's a nightmare for a fullback. And he goes all the way, Radradra. He gets his double. He gets a double. 26 tries at Pertek from 24 games.
Now, forget half-time, Ray. Isaac De Gois about to leave the field. This is Ma'u. This is what he's capable of. Played test football for New Zealand. Little dummy on the outside, attracted 2 defenders on the Harvey Norman replay. And Michael Jennings, he committed Alex Johnson to make it an easier run for Semi Radradra. The Eels lead for the first time tonight.
So the try scorer, Semi Radradra. Great lead-up work. Ma'u in particular, and then Jennings was very smart. Jennings, he knew he only had one to draw, and this was Ma'u breaking through. Yes. Then the flying machine, and then the other flying machine.
Yeah, the little skip to the outside from Ma'u. He went from the inside defender in between him and the outside defender, and he was able to get that right arm free to Jennings.
Look at that bloke in the background. He's having the time of his life.
Now, Gordon should have learnt from his first kick, which he didn't hit well.
So it's a 2-point ball game close to half-time at Parramatta. And here's Michael Gordon's conversion. Just straight over the black dot.
Just watch this front on camera. There's 4 defenders here.
Jason
but there's 3 attackers
going up the bench. I'm sorry, they're up the tunnel.
Look at the way he skipped across defenders there, Ma'u, off that right foot. That was classic play. He had no right to get through there. 4 defenders for South and only 3 attackers for Para.
Brad, a comment from you?
Yeah, I've got some special Parramatta fans here. I've got Semi Radradra's family. Barina, how's it been the last couple of weeks with Semi?
It's been going so great, and we are so proud of him. He's been doing so much compared to last year. He's so awesome and outstanding compared to last previous, doing better and better. And yeah, we thank God for that, for the blessing and for the best talent that he has given to him. Yeah.
How's Daddy going? Yeah. How good is this, eh? The Radradras, I love him.
Don't forget, as we mentioned during the test match last Friday, and I don't know whether his father's still in hospital, but he's apparently he requires quite a bit of hospitalisation. And here's Takarangi, so they'll be watching in Fiji, and again very proud of their boy. 26 tries in 24 games at this stadium, and Peter hit the nail on the head earlier. He played, and I watched the guru, Eric Growth. I never thought I'd seen anything like it, but this bloke, Radradra, is the exception. Knock on by Alex Johnson. Parramatta will get one last chance with about 90 seconds to the halftime break.
Yeah, Alex Johnson there, the players around him, he never took his eyes off the football, but maybe Takarangi's presence just was enough. What about, have you ever seen two bigger 5'8s against each other? We've got Greg Inglis up against Brad Takarangi. It is the land of the giants in the inside backs.
It's a fair call. But your call on Radradra and your comparison with Eric Growth, I think that's a very accurate one. Those of us that saw Eric play would be amazed that they're watching this fellow doing what he's doing. And so it's with Gutherson now. 15 away from the line. Manu, can he bust again? He's 9 out. He's a valuable piece of footballer, isn't he? Norman, the block is gone. Takarangi finds Tautai, and he's over to score.
He scores.
He thinks he scored.
No, he's done it. He's
put it to the spot, Ben Cummins. It's a try without any inquiries. Tautai.
Well, he had plenty to do. The defence was in front of him, close to the line, but Vai Tautai, through determination and strength, scores a try in the shadows of half-time. There's a little bit of room out wide, and Takarangi gets the ball there to try and give him a chance. He's gone into 3 defenders and got the football down. Goodwin is there. Nielsen is there. Alex Johnson is there. But all to no avail.
And this crowd went absolutely berserk. A sea of blue and gold bunting as Parramatta puts another try on the board. 2 to Radradra and 1 to Tautai, with the halftime siren about to sound. Gordon's got this from 21 out and about 2 in from touch. He's over on the western side here, Ken Thornett's side of the ground. This scoreline really is quite unfair to South. They've played a high brand of defensive football. Oh, Gordon has hit it terribly. I don't know that he's ever kicked a worse kick in his life. Brad Fittler down on the sideline. Yes, Brad.
Yeah, to give you an indication of Greg Inglis and the sort of game he plays at fullback and 5'8". In that half, he only ran about 2 kilometres, while normally he'd cover 4 kilometres playing at fullback. He should have some energy in his second half.
Yeah, well, that should be good for his knee, shouldn't it?
Doesn't matter.
No, I'm saying he wouldn't have to run as far playing at 6 as he would at 1.
Yeah, maybe it's a bit different, Ray. The up and back maybe put pressure on his knee. I'm not really sure, but it's a good question to ask after the game. But hopefully he's got some energy and brings these South Sydney boys back into the game.
Further to that, though, there's people saying there's nothing wrong with his knee, even though there's been quotes directed at the people I'm talking about, coach and player.
Yeah, but he's made 11 tackles also. That chews a lot of petrol. At fullback, he'd only make 2 or 3.
No, but my question is, has he got a bad knee? I just took it for granted that he's got a bad knee.
He says that he has.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'll have to manage it. Last tackle now. Good defensive set to start for Parramatta. The second half is Adam Reynolds. Tries to bisect the winger and fullback. Does so. Radradra eventually gets the bouncing ball.
So the dual try scorer, Radradra, to play the ball inside the 20-metre line. Playing it back to Jennings. For Gordon. Michael Gordon flying with his kicking like I've never seen. I don't think anybody else has. Gutherson it was the previous run. Now it's De Gois. And he's dropped the ball and they get a penalty, Parramatta.
This is for a high tackle on De Gois. Jeez, he's having some game, De Gois.
Yeah,
it's out Nathan Brown.
Another penalty there, Bo.
No, just right up, arm up here. Well, it hasn't hit him in the head, it's hit him in the arm. That's not a penalty.
No.
So
well, that's 4 dud calls they've got tonight, South.
Just talking about injuries and what have you. Aaron's got a report on the sideline.
Ray, as you can see, Isaac De Gois has passed his HIA, so he's out there. Ken Edwards, though, just reiterating his night is over. And Michael Oldfield, they were a little bit hopeful with the hamstring, but no such luck for Souths. His night is over as well.
Okay, thank you, Aaron. This is Danny Wicks. 10 metres out, right in front. Up at the northern end of the ground. Norman goes back. Gordon. Oh, 3 tries! Oh, lovely stuff. It's a treble for Semi. It is 3 tries for Radra.
Yeah, with the injury to Oldfield, the back rower, Cole Turner's gone into centre, and there's no communication at all. But you watch Cole Turner, his second man here on the Harvey Norman replay. He'll fly in, and Arvaha will go out. Look at that. That creates the overlap. Really poor right defence there from South Sydney.
Yep, swinging the arm on the ground. That's, mate, there's still foul play, you can't do it, okay? I appreciate he's lost the ball, but swing on the ground, it's a penalty.
Well, he continues to amaze everybody. Semi Radra. 3 tries tonight, and what did I say earlier? It's 27 tries from 24 games at Pertec.
Yeah, it's some strike rate, isn't it? That on the back of a fortuitous call. Isaac De Gois had lost the football, but the referee thought he'd been fouled. Disagree with that as Gordon. He's going to sneak this one over.
Will he be happy that he got some semblance of accuracy into the kick? It's 20-6 in favour of Parramatta.
That's really poor defence. They'll keep going back there, Parramatta. That was Arvaha. He was on the wing. Just didn't follow his inside defender, Cole Turner. Michael Maguire would be really disappointed with that defence.
It's a high kickoff by Greg Inglis. And Danny Wicks
lost the ball.
Has lost the ball, and Corey Norman anticipating
scrum clock on.
That he would rule that it was a loose carry.
Cole Turner holding his arm here. Does he get caught up underneath? Sam Burgess up at the ball. Well, that's a penalty, that one. They've got away with one there, South Sydney.
But Corey Norman's still protesting.
Onto the back of the South Sydney player.
He's still protesting. He went to a touch, Judge. That was in vain. He's gone back to the referee.
Let's go. Let's go.
So it's all hands on deck for Parramatta then. South Sydney getting the rub of the green that time. And this is Nielsen on the far side of the ground.
I don't care their arms in there. You've got to hold the football. Whether it should have been a penalty or not, it's a mistake.
Greg Inglis is through. Greg Inglis for the line.
Go Scott.
Just short. So McInnes taken by Scott again. And a penalty.
Wait there, I'm coming through, mate.
Watch him.
It's not a bad penalty to give away. That's what he'll be thinking. I don't think many players would have stopped Greg Inglis one-on-one that close to the line.
Back inside. Hold here.
He knows they're going to take the tap, so the line is now set.
McInnes then giving the ball to George Burgess. Of his own admission, his form has been down on the standard set by himself. Now for Reynolds, and then it goes to Johnson. It's away to Turner. It's gone to Ava'a. And Kirasami has scored for South.
There's a beautiful little double pump. Bit of subtlety here from Adam Reynolds. Deception, halfback deception. He'll go to the line. He's Inglis on the Harvey Norman replay. Gets through Moreau. He was in for all money. Bo Scott, what a tackle. Just watch Adam Reynolds here, the little double pump on the dummy, which holds the defence and makes Jennings come in. There it is there. Beautiful deception there from Reynolds. And then over the top, quick hands. And they're in the corner, South Sydney.
Yep. So Reynolds will take the conversion from obviously near the touchline.
Decoy run there from Paul Carter was significant, getting Jennings interested. And again, I go back to an error from the kickoff. And they've worked it well, and invariably, when they score 4, it's 6, because Adam Reynolds is the best sharpshooter in the competition.
There's our try scorer, Kirasami Ava'a. So Reynolds, as I mentioned earlier, is kicking at around about 84%. Not that he's had a lot of football this year. Here he is, 25 out. It's coming around beautifully.
What a kick.
So Reynolds gets the extras, and it's 20 plays 12 now. Brad Fittler sideline.
Yeah, he's a student. He's out there 15 minutes before everyone doing his kicks. Have a look at Semi Radradra. He's 15 metres in. The play of the ball was on the try line. All they had to do was get to the outside. Jennings and Norman just went up and held their line. Poor old Semi, he had about 4 to mark. I found that odd.
George Burgess comes back.
I really thought it was the other side that Parramatta were going to struggle defensively, but tonight it's been their left side. There's another Burgess takes it forward. Sam.
Inglis now dropping it down to the South Sydney number 16 Gajewskin. Played eventually by Inglis. He just got up clutching at the upper part of his right arm. Still clutching, actually.
Yeah, I like him at 5'8".
So Reynolds kicks high towards Radradra.
Well, it's an easier kick to take. There was no torpedo action on that one. That was just a drop punt.
Adam!
Okay, mark it straight.
Wait here!
Play the ball.
Wait!
Inglis actually pushed the trainer away. He's fine.
So Gordon makes it to the 10-metre line. As Parramatta run away from the southern end of the ground. And George Burgess went flying through the air, and Gower is not 100%.
Well, there's a high shot here, but for me it wasn't a reportable offence, so it'll be play on. McInnes just, it's a slap down.
Lock in, George.
Play on.
That's Danny Wich's turn. Friday night football on 9, and we've got another player unable to get up and play the ball. Danny Wicks it is this time.
Yeah, well, you've got to be suspicious again with the way that he's looked up at the defence.
Well, it's a head clash.
Yeah, there's nothing there so far.
That. Plays it hard, doesn't he, Carter?
I was just going to say, he doesn't leave anything in the tank, does he, Carter?
A million miles an hour. Look at him, there he goes again.
Norman, that's a charge down from Carter.
Smart.
Carter puts a kick on it. It's urgent here for Parramatta. And South Sydney have got themselves a try for Adam Reynolds.
Yeah, I've got no idea why Ma'u wouldn't have dived on this instead of trying to kick it.
Okay.
But Paul Carter, who's been
You have a try.
the Energizer Bunny tonight,
Touchline through to grounding, please.
he's come up with the charge down.
Sterlo, smart play to kick the ball. He goes to pick it up.
Now confirming that the Rabbitohs player is in when he kicks the ball.
Yeah, that's fine. There's no problem with
Which
that
he
at
is. The ball is still live at this point.
It's a really smart play. Look, he goes to pick it up and realises and just kicks it. Oh, that's great skill.
Well, Ma'u leads the way here. He hasn't got as much pace as the other players, but he's got to get on the ground. He's got to dive.
Well, has he missed it with his hands?
I think he's missed it with his hands.
We can see that Adam Reynolds was onside as he was behind the kicker of the ball.
It looks like he misses the ball with his hands initially, then grounds it with his torso. Is that allowed, Rabs?
Well, if the ball's on the ground, you can ground it with your torso.
That's a try.
That's exactly
That's a
right.
try.
The bouncing ball, it's my understanding, you can't force it with your torso, but if the ball is on the ground, you can, and that looks to me like an example of that. I don't know that he gets downward pressure with any part of the forearms, but he probably qualifies for forcing it with a part of the torso with the ball being on the ground.
I think it's a try.
It's a try for sure.
And
misses it with his hands and gets it down with his torso. Bang, there.
Yep. And I blame the play the ball's leading up to that to a degree for the kick being charged down. Parramatta players staying down, looking for a penalty. And on the last tackle, Corey Norman was in an awkward position to kick the football off a slow play of the ball.
We can see, looking at camera 6, that the ball touches the inside of Adam Reynolds' arm before he then grounds it with his torso. But as he's touched it with his arm, that's a knock-on. Have a decision and going to the board.
Okay, so he's going to turn it down. He's caught a little bit of the football with the forearm, the elbow.
It has been reviewed. Touches the inside of the arm before you ground it with your torso.
Are you 100% a touch?
Greg, so that means it's a knock-on in goal. We're going out to a 20-metre. It's a knock-on on the inside of the arm.
That's the biggest call of the night.
Has been reviewed, Greg.
What's your thoughts on that one, Stuart?
Okay, we've got zero coming up. Just wait, hold it there, mate.
I think it's a try.
I think it's a try. Well, there's another dud call for the Bunnies.
Did you say try or no try?
Well, yeah, we disagree with it. Obviously, plenty of replays that looked at upstairs, but I guess if I was making the adjudication, I'd have been pointing to the spot.
Well, he must have got it with the outside layer of skin on the elbow. That's all I can think. So, Brad Fittler, a comment from you.
Yeah, I'm with Sterlo. I think there's a message there. If you go down, you don't get a penalty. All you do, the next player getting the ball, he's just getting named up on. And when it's your kicker, you put him under all sorts of pressure to get a charge down. So they want to be good if you're going to stay down.
So 20 plays 12 now.
Or maybe just stay down if you're hurt.
Centre of the ground then for Gordon. They come away from Norman to go on to Ma'u. He'll play the ball on the 20-metre line. 5 tackles gone to the Parramatta Eels. And Norman is cleaned up. And the ball is down with Johnston. He takes it dead.
That is an unbelievable kick. Corey Norman is on the wrong side of the ruck for a left footer. Because he's kicking up his left foot, he's getting pressured from the inside defenders, from marker. And look at the way he gets the ball away, finds space, and lands it perfect. That is great skill there from Corey Norman. Look at this. And Phil Sam Burgess coming.
Yeah, no real need here for Bay Scott to push Alex Johnson in the back.
So let's check the injury situation with Aaron on the sideline.
Ray, another couple of Eels have gone in for a head injury assessment. That's Gower and Wicks. And Rabbitohs, Jason Clark, his time has elapsed, so 15 minutes has passed. It will be counted as an interchange, but the club is still hopeful he may make a return.
So what's Parramatta got? One left on the bench at the moment.
Yep, Kaiser Pritchard.
Okay, here's Parramatta then attacking down the eastern corridor. And it's Beau Scott who has had a magnificent game. Here's Takarangi almost through. Played quickly to De Gois. Norman back now, Gordon, and he's jammed by Turner. De Gois away from Norman. Morella ran a decoy. Terapo's the man with the ball. 5 gone, Parramatta. And Paulo wants the ball. Now he's ran the decoy. Scott runs off Norman. He won't make it. It'll be changeover.
Okay, it's a handover. Just let the ball go by.
Here it is, Penny.
20 plays 12. 13 minutes gone, second half. An emotion-charged night here at Pertec. And I repeat, I mean, it's not only just about Parramatta, but South. They're looking down the barrel of 5 in a row losses.
They're right in this game, South.
They are.
Right in it.
Played by George Burgess, and then Adam Reynolds goes long. And behind a decoy for Turner. So Carl Turner inside the 40-metre line. He's Brown back. And then Reynolds goes long. Over there too. It's Goodwin with the ball now. Ingles goes into dummy half. Reynolds to kick. Tackle on Reynolds was okay. It's going down. Oh, Gordon, he only just got it. Inches from the ground on the fingertips.
Well, the last one might have been a drop punt, easier to catch. That one wasn't. That was floating. Oh, no way.
This is Gutherson. Gordon with a look of amazement on his face, and well might he. Ma'u. And then Paulo puts a little bit of work into his approach. Pops it up to Jennings. So Jennings will play the ball right on halfway. Play inching its way towards the western touchline.
What was that on the third tackle?
Johnston.
What was that?
Okay, Corey, now, quickly, out.
Nielsen
Right now,
inside the 40. Blemish alongside the name of Norman.
Oh, I don't get that one.
So Alvar it was who played the ball. And Burgess thumps it ahead. Now McInnes goes to Reynolds. Reynolds runs into Paulo and Maroa.
Called held.
Called held.
Some strength.
Marcus looking back here.
He took on Paulo then. Held off Stree and still got the offload away.
Well, I need Keary to get into a kicking position as he's done.
Keary has to snap a kick. No, Radradra right up above the pack, and he was nearly away for number 4.
How good is he?
Here's Gordon now. 8 metres his own side of halfway. Look at this. Radradra in flight. And here he is again. Oh, he got the ball away. And Gordon is tackled inside the 20. So to the right side, Norman. And he takes the tackle.
Last tackle,
They're 12 out on the last. And the kicker is playing the ball. Now it's out to Takarangi. He puts it up high. Beautifully taken by the Rabbits over there.
Line drop out. Left from the field of play. Bryson Goodwin.
Left the field of play and taking the ball.
Well, that was magnificent from the outside backs from Parramatta. Started by Radradra, followed up by some of his teammates. And this offload here, well, he can do it all. Flicked it out. It wasn't a pass, it was a flick. And with the forwards getting tired in the centre because we've got so many in the bin at the moment, going through the concussion test, the outside backs have got to get involved like that. It's a short restart.
Yeah, it's not long off the boot of Reynolds, fielded by Gordon. Terapo goes charging back towards Carter. 25 out from the line. Middle ground, they go left for Ma'u. So Ma'u plays it for De Gois. Now for Norman. Now for Takarangi. On one hand, Gordon. Now it's gone over to the right side.
Tautai.
And Tautai will play the ball. Playing inside Gutherson. Terrible pass. Gordon. That took the impetus out of Parramatta's attack. So that is the fourth tackle gone. They're 10 out. They're 8 in front. It comes to Norman. He goes back. Looks for Jennings. Jennings is put down. Tackled by Nielsen. And Jennings might be hurt here. Gingerly he gets up on the 5th. Norman, left foot kick across towards Gutherson. And Gutherson is heading for the touchline. Gets the ball back in. And Scott can't retrieve. Now he does.
Over here, Greg.
He's hitting his hands in frustration there, Corey Norman. That wasn't a good kick at all. It was spinning away from the try line and putting pressure on his team as Sam Burgess makes the first carry. Put on his back on the 30-metre line.
So the Rabbits with Jezewski taking that run, then Reynolds pushes it out, Carter, now it's with Nielsen. Nielsen put down by Paulo, right on the halfway. An hour gone in the game, and a long 20 minutes in front of these players, as Burgess tries to shoulder his way through. 35 out from the line. A run for Brown, able to pop it back for Greg Inglis. Gets it away to McInnes. McInnes spirals out of one. He is able to unload back to Inglis. And Inglis is held low and high. 10 metres out. South pressing. Trailing by the 8. And it's come away. And it's come out along this line. Out to Reynolds. Here's Turner. Got it out. Fingertip by Carter, but it's gone to ground. They get another set.
Radradra saved a try. There's some tunnel ball in that set.
So it's with Johnston now.
That's the first tackle.
10 metres away. They're on a new set. And it's gone to Keary. Turns it into Jezewski. He'll play it 8 metres out. To the left for Keary again. Then for Inglis. Has his legs taken by over there Tautai. 6 metres from the line. Sam Burgess brings it back to the centre. Now Keary dummies to Brown. Comes back to Reynolds. Puts a kick in. Rad was there. And he takes it safely.
Oh, gee, I think they should have given the ball to Nathan Brown, who was flying on the other side. He's leading the defensive charge now. Manu Ma'u throws a pass in his own 10. Very rare to see Adam Reynolds make poor decisions, but the kick wasn't the right one on that occasion. Just watch Brown going that side. One-on-one that close. He might have been hard to stop, but you'd back Radradra in the air in those situations every time.
And Nathan Brown's trying to slap this ball out of Pritchard's hands. Does he come over the top? Well, let's play on. For me,
it's fine.
Hold here. Hold. Wait for it. Jack. 2. Kaiser. By the ball.
Under pressure, Parramatta. Really just hung on there in that last foray from South Sydney.
So Moroa's got no football and a penalty goes to Parramatta.
Boy, I welcome that.
It's Jason Clark.
Call that one a zipper, I think, Ray.
Remember the staple gun that
Michael
DeVere, yeah.
Dr. John Orchard.
That was horrifying.
Oh, he hasn't found touch.
Yes, he has. It'll be a scrum, though, I think.
Okay, free kick.
No, no.
Here it is.
No, they're calling free kick.
Did his best, Nielsen.
Let's have a look at this. Jennings is away inside the 40-metre line. 62 minutes gone. Moroa is well held, about 35 out from the line. Sunday we'll televise West Tigers and Canterbury. 30 metres away from the line now are Parramatta. With the ball played by Junior Paulo. This is Kaiser Pritchard. Jeffsky up the top, and here's Takarangi skipping his way up towards Tom Burgess. Put down by Samuel. Now De Gois. Here's Paulo. He puts a kick in. And it's gone dead.
What a kick.
Yeah, Johnson.
Dead. It's gone off Johnston, apparently.
There is some positives out of that rugby union stint last week for Junior Paulo. He's got a kicking game now. Was he playing number 10 last week? Look at that. That is amazing skill for a big man.
Now, the good news for Parramatta is that David Gower is now out there.
Third grade rugby.
Could you imagine playing
On your
against
run
him
here.
when you ran out?
I was talking to a bloke today that was in the team against him.
No, it was him. He had headgear on.
He had headgear on, and the bloke didn't know who it was. He said, I would have gone down injured and got out of the joint.
So 2 on the bench for the Eels now. Moroa is back there with Terapo. David Gower, his first touch since coming back.
28 metres out from the line. 20 plays 12. And here's the ball with Jennings. And it's come away to De Gois. Pushed it along the line to Scott. And Bowe will be made to play the ball. He's trapped in an upright tackle. They're 20 metres away. That's Gower bringing the ball towards the centre.
Yeah, I think they need another try tonight. I don't think 2012's big enough lead.
Pritchard again. Now Norman, oh, it's been a tap on, and then did he knock on Reynolds?
First, and then double.
I think the ball goes backwards from Manu Mo. It was one of those outside-inside plays. He's looking for Gordon. The ball goes backwards. Reynolds intercepts and juggles, and unfortunately knocks on for the Rabbitohs
Well, I think he's ruled double knock on, Andrew.
He has.
I think you'll find it will be a Souths feed.
No, it's been changed.
Hello, they've turned it over.
He might be listening to the call.
Okay, let's go. Time's going. Come on. 15 seconds.
So that was an on-field adjudication between the referees. The second referee saw it differently to the initial call.
Now watch Michael Jennings here with his speed. He's behind the scrum. He'll skip across field with his speed.
So he's 11 metres out from the line, Jennings. And De Gois, who gives it away within a metre of the line they are. With Takarangi to play the ball. De Gois then behind the block runners. Then Norman, now Gordon. And Gordon holds it back this time. And Radradra goes to dummy half. Would he be thinking, I can do it myself? No, it's gone along the ground. It's an awful pass, but it's offside against Souths.
Well, Corey Norman is saying too, but I don't think that really helps.
Right there.
I'd be kicking for touch here and maintaining the pressure.
Where you going, mate?
Up here. You can walk back and tap it or kick from here. On the line here. Let's
He's
go,
just
Chris.
winding the clock down here because they're in front. That's not bad play.
Here it is.
He's been to the Cameron Smith School of Rugby League. history, if you like. Here's Gordon again. He's 2 metres out from the line.
Sam Burgess saved the day again.
De Gois is there, and he's monstered by Carter and Burgess. Gordon's the dummy half. Norman, Takarangi, and Takarangi is 10 out from the line. Souths still with some spring in their step. They're up very quickly. This is Junior Paulo. And he'll be made to play the ball under a maul of South Sydney players. 10 out. And here they come to the middle of the ground for Takarangi. Then Norman, who dummies and shows the ball, and he's run into Carter and Reynolds.
And again, the kicker tackled on the last.
So 5. Here we go with the last. Jennings rolls a kick in, and it's picked up there by Ava'a. And he's held where he basically took possession of the ball, 12 out from his own line. 12.5 minutes to go in the game. It's an 8-point ball game, and Carter.
Great kicker, Sam Burgess.
Burgess, wonderful kicker. 20-metre line then for Sam Burgess, and then they go behind Tom and go out to Luke Keary. Keary gets a ball around the corner. Greg Inglis striding out down the left side. Gets the ball, dummies the ball back inside. He's inside the 20, and eventually they bring him down 10 out. Big yards for Inglis. Goodwin, McInnes, Keary, Reynolds. They're waving out here. Carter in particular. Carter's taken to ground. 5 gone now for South. Can they make it this time? Reynolds, long, torpedo, Keary, rubber kicks in. It'll be put, I don't know whether you'll get back Gutherson.
He's out, he's out.
He did.
The referee said he has.
Great stuff.
Well, that's an incredible piece of work by Gutherson.
What a game.
They're out on their feet, Parramatta.
What a game.
Ma'u. 10 out. Down in that western corner.
Up now, Cameron.
And very much a night punctuated by injuries. And Aaron's got a report from the sideline.
Another one, Ray. Danny Wicks has passed his head injury assessment. He's back on the field.
Okay, Aaron, thank you for that. Alex Johnston on the kick return is met by David Gower and Danny Wicks. Now they've got 10.5 minutes to go. And Souths.
They're coming. He's been magnificent tonight, Sam Burgess. Easily his best game of the season.
Now McInnes takes Turner with him, but goes to Reynolds. Then it goes away to Keary. Then it's dropped behind. It's with Goodwin. Greg Inglis, he couldn't get safe hands on it, but it went backwards. This is Keary now, 25 away from the line. Reynolds for Sam Burgess, and he goes to ground on the 20-metre line in the middle. Here it is with Reynolds. He's kicking for Johnston, and the ball has come down here with Danny Wicks, and my goodness, he was very athletic, but he's lost the ball. So played by Ava'a, and now with Carter. Back to the middle he goes. Crabs across the ground. Gets the ball back to Jadeski. He comes back towards the uprights. They pick him up and cartwheel him. So McInnes, then Reynolds, now Turner. And we're 8 metres away. There's the line. Parramatta's line. And here is Burgess. And here's Keary. This should be a try. And over goes Goodwin. Bryson Goodwin has scored for the Rabbitohs.
Well, Danny Wicks came up with a great play to get the football in the in-goal area, but for the second time tonight has come up with a loose carry. This was great. And they were tremendous meters, but the Ava'a tackle forced the error, and on the Harvey Norman replay, they have nowhere near enough defenders on that side, and I think they're in trouble, the Eels. Here come the South Sydney side.
So 20 play 16. Here's the attempt at conversion for Adam Reynolds. 8 metres in from touch, and he might have put too much on it. Flagged away. Brad Fittler.
Yeah, well, Luke Keary, he's done his job. Coming off the bench 15 minutes ago, he came on. Little burst of speed here. Splits the Parramatta defence, gets the ball around the corner to Greg Inglis. 5 minutes later, we come down the other end. It was him again. Another little burst of speed. Ends up shooting the ball over to the winger to score the try. This is vintage Luke Keary running the ball. Creates the opportunity. Gutherson comes in. Goodwin scores a try. We've got a game in our hands.
Okay, Corey.
8 of the last 9 matches, Souths have won against Parramatta. But here at Pertec, as I was telling you earlier, they've won only 1 of their last 10 games here from the records that go back to 1997. And they're coming home. They're coming home strongly, the Rabbitohs. Gajewski back on the 30-metre line.
He's been great tonight.
Turner, 40-metre line. Centre ground. Reynolds then. That's Tom Burgess in the red boots. Nearly to the halfway. Reynolds kicks over towards the eastern grandstand. Oh, it gave troubles there for Gutherson. He got the ball back in for Gordon. And Gordon will play the ball. This is what it was doing. And it gave Gutherson a hell of a time. 40 metres out from their own line, Parramatta. And Teropo was able to get through Carter. Gets it almost to halfway. Gagois on for Norman to show. Then he pushes away, but only momentarily does he get rid of Adam Reynolds. And a slow play the ball by Corey Norman. This is Ma'u. 5 gone.
He looked to find touch here, Corey Norman.
And that's exactly what he does. Johnston wants nothing to do with it, so the scrum will go down 10 metres away from the South Sydney line.
The way he shaped that ball. Smart play.
Sunday football, as I said earlier, Tigers and Bulldogs. That's our Sunday afternoon game at 3:30 next Thursday. It's Rabbitohs and Dragons at ANZ. And next Friday, it's Cowboys and Broncos in Townsville. Carter.
We got the most outrageous finale last night at the University of Wollongong Jubilee Oval. We've got just under 5 minutes now to see what kind of finish we're going to get. To an absolute barnstorming game so far.
Burgess to Burgess to Gajewski or Gajeski, whatever the pronunciation might be. Jack, that'll do. Turner. Reynolds. Taking the line on and pulled down by Gagois on the last.
He appealed for a trip there, Adam Reynolds.
Keary kicking down to Norman. Norman fends from Turner. It's taken by Alva'a.
Oh, there's a trip.
Yeah,
Bo Scott.
There was an attempted trip by Bo Scott. There's no doubt. Here's Radradra with a treble of tries tonight. Playing it to Jennings. Then for Mahu.
They're hanging on, Parramatta. There's not much left in the tank. Arthur Gordon out of dummy half picks up good meters outside his own 40. Terapo off, Paulo on.
Oh, Moroa with a juggle. He got it back in. Now 5 gone for Parramatta, right in the centre of the ground. And it comes away from Norman to kick, and he kicks high down to Johnston. 10 out from his line. Took a quick look at Nielsen and took the play back out to the 20-metre line. Met there by Wicks. And now for Goodwin. Met by Paulo and Takarangi. Got a ball out. That's good work. Tom Burgess pushing and shoving his way up to the 40-metre line. So that's only the second tackle for South Sydney. Reynolds, Keary, Inglis over the halfway. Got a ball away out there to Goodwin. He got it into Keary. Here come the Rabbits. Keary goes all the way. Luke Keary has really sparked South Sydney.
He's done a great job, Luke Keary. That's pushed Greg Inglis out into the centres. And what a ball from GI. And we've got a kick now from Adam Reynolds to put South Sydney in front. Maybe the match winner. 2 players involved there. Someone's got to try and stop the football. And then Keary back on the inside. Bo Scott doing his best. But if you wanted anybody to be taking this kick, it is the South Sydney number 7.
Look at the way he gets through the line. He's got the ball in one hand, gets the ball in 2 hands and passes on the outside to Goodwin. He is just an absolute freak of a player, Inglis. Wow.
And
look at the way he gets the ball in one hand, he surges through the line. And as he's falling, he's got the presence of mind to get the ball in 2 hands and get the offload out.
And although he hasn't kicked at his best tonight, Adam Reynolds,
he's taken the ball a long way back still. He's taken the ball 28 metres back.
Well, I guess by that, you know better than anybody, it widens the angle, doesn't it? The further he goes back.
He'll want to start this ball at about a metre inside that right upright. And when he kicks, he has a natural draw from right to left.
Have a look at the clock. There's a minute to go.
Yeah, this is to win the game. Otherwise, we're going to Golden Point.
Backing him in?
Yes, I think that,
he'll nail it.
As I say, if I wanted anybody taking this kick, it is that man on screen now.
This is what every kicker hopes for. All the practice, all the lonely times on your own, kicking after training, you pray for these moments.
So here we go. The moment has come. It's right on line. It is right on line, and the flags are in the air. South Sydney, 22-20, with about 45 seconds remaining in the game. Adam Reynolds, from the time the boot struck the ball, he knew it was on the right orbit, if that's the right word.
A short restart here from Norman. Parramatta must get the football back from this kick.
Time on.
So Norman with the restart. And
it's a knock on
Parramatta.
It's a knock on Parramatta.
It's a knock on against the Eels.
Yep, that's all.
Scanning.
Over here, Danny.
Given that the shot clock is 35 seconds, and he's only just called it on, there'll be no urgency from South to pack the scrum.
They put on a big push 5 minutes ago in the scrum, Parramatta.
The scrum,
if they did it then, they have to do it now.
Shot clock still going, South.
So he's put time off. Time off on the game clock, but he's left the shot clock
Okay, let's go,
running.
Cameron.
So we are going to see one play, perhaps two. But the Rabbitohs have played catch-up football since the early part of this game, and with 10 seconds of the game remaining, we're going to walk off Pertek Just their second win here from their last 11 appearances, which is quite unbelievable. Sam Burgess, he's waltzed through and then he is put down about 3 metres into Parramatta's territory.
Yeah, it's fitting he finishes with the football in his hand, Ray.
So 12 from 14 now. One of the numerals has to change. 12 from 14, and you're right, Sam Burgess finishes with the football. An outstanding performance by the big fellow. 22-20.